Alright, so the accelerator is off the mini door, and it will not be missed, because this thing did not run very well at all. One thing I can guarantee you, this is not going to be getting put on the mini door very often, and if I do, it's going to be solely to take a video, and then I'm using the door on manual, because this thing ran pretty bad. But I put up something that is not as quiet, but it's much smoother than this was. Oh yeah, this weather seal here is getting put in my grandparents' shop doors this weekend, so I will have a video down there soon. But here's the first hint as to what I put up. This is the Chamberlain keypad model 940D-01. Any guesses on what I put up? Well, let's run this up. That's right, I put up the Chamberlain screwdriver model PD432DM. I did make a short rail out of it because this rail goes together the exact same way as a Genie rail. It's got the little clip pieces and the collars and works the exact same way. So yeah, here is the front of it. We'll pop this open here. This is made in December 10th, 2008. And on the back, triple learn button, so 315 opener, and all your terminals, and the force. Okay, there's the top. You've got your coupler, your drive belts under here. Yeah, use the same T-rail header bracket as usual. So it's a pretty nice machine. This thing is much smoother, far smoother than the accelerator was. What I'm using on it is this button. This is actually it's the button it would have come with, because it has the gold lettering on it. The ones with white lettering came with the chain drives, and the gold lettering came with the screw drives. This does work. Let me get the remote that I'm using. Is this. This is the 953 CD that says 950 on the back, because as you guys know, if you've seen the first video of this opener, I have a couple of these that are the labels messed up for some reason. And obviously that keypad, and of course these do work on it. So yeah, nice machine. Let's go ahead and run this here. Zoom out, and we'll get our usual view from right here. So it's not as quiet as the accelerator, obviously, but much smoother. So yeah, and I'm using the older style arm on this one. You can see how it's set. This is a good looking machine. I like it. We'll run that back up. Yeah. Alright, we'll run this down from the outside here using the keypad. Yeah, that thing is so smooth, especially when you compare the thing to the accelerator. And of course, on top of the rail, these little clips here are for holding the wires in place. Pop this open here. I'll show you the little connection in the screw. Here's the trolley. Alright, so there's the little connection right there. Exactly the same as a Genie. So Yeah, it's not a bad machine at all. You know what, we'll run it one more time from the wall button. Oh, and also, this thing, it seems a little bit more harsh when you stop it going down and then reverse it. It seems a little bit more harsh than the chain and belt drives, most likely because there's not quite as much play in the trolley. I'll show you. Not sure if you really were able to notice it, but it's just a little more harsh. But it's not a huge deal, because I don't really stop this door halfway because there's no point in doing it. So yeah, there's that. This, however, is not the only update. So today, since I had nothing else to do, I went to my company, the company I work for, and I got a couple new openers. The first one is right over here. This is a Genie chain drive model. Read that. Model CH130, and that one I already have a video of, but you are going to see this video first. And then here's the Genie Pro Max, which makes you ask, what is the opener sitting on the table? Genie Pro Stealth. Look at that. So I now have a Stealth and a Phantom, which is pretty awesome. The other thing with the Stealth is I actually got, it was a belt drive, the sprocket for it. And this sprocket perfectly fits a Chamberlain belt. So that means that I can now probably show the Stealth, the Pro Max, and the Phantom on the mini door and the small door. As you can see, this does fit. Just slides right on there. So that is pretty nice. So this Stealth here, crap, I left outside. Well, I brought this thing back and I wired it up and I plugged it in and nothing powered on. The light didn't turn on, the sensors didn't light up, the wall button, no. I can't tell if that's lighting up or not. I don't know why these aren't lighting up, but nothing lit up, long story short. And I thought, oh crap. I took the opener apart, took the board out, and saw what looked like a burn spot. And I thought, oh crap, this thing has a bad board. Then I got to thinking, well, if it had a bad, like it's just a logic board that had a burn spot on it. I got to thinking, well, if this had a bad board, I would probably get something out of it. I'd probably get some, like, it would click, or I don't know, it would do something. It wouldn't just not power on at all. So I decided I would start at the power cord and work my way from there. All the power cord connections were correct. All the wires were hooked up at the transformer. And then I got to the, I believe it's called the rectifier board. And I gotta go, I forgot these outside, I think. Yeah, I did. I took a look at that board. There's a couple fuses on it. Well, this fuse right here, you can tell, this fuse is blown. So this little tiny fuse was the reason that nothing was getting power. So I went to Ace Hardware. I picked up for $7. I got two of these little, they're 3 amp 250 volt fuses. $7 for two of those. I put one of them in this opener, plugged it in, light turned on, ran it a full cycle, and it works perfectly fine now. What I'm guessing is it was just like a power surge or something. that blew the fuse, or I don't know what happened that made it blow the fuse, but what I can say is if the fuse on this thing blows again, then we have a problem. But assuming it still continues to work, I'm gonna assume there was a power surge. So this thing, it's not as quiet as the Phantom is, but it's still fairly quiet. I'm using the same Genie wall console that I was using on the Pro Max. Oh yeah, and since I wasn't able to show it very well on the Phantom, I'll show you what's on the back of one of these. This is the model GPS 1200 IC, made in 2002. As you can see, the force adjustments are on here. The main logic board and the rectifier board are on... Hold on, I gotta think here. I can't remember what side I think the rectifier board is on this side, and then the receiver board and the motor control board are on this side. These are your limit adjustment slots, your limit set button. They have 4 terminals as opposed to 3 on a Pro Max, and then the learn button is right there. Very, very nice operator. Absolutely love it. So we'll run this here, and yeah, we'll run this, and that'll be about it. And this is it running down right now. So yeah, you can definitely tell it's not as quiet as the Phantom is, but still a pretty nice machine. I still like it, even though it's a little bit loud. We'll run that back up. Yeah, let me tell you guys, these are some of my favorite, very favorite operators right here. Absolutely love it. So, yep, this has a little bit of play to it. I don't think it's really anything to be concerned about, though. This thing, I didn't get a rail for either of these operators because the rails were both buried. I was only able to get at the heads. Well, actually, getting this thing out of the dumpster was kind of a challenge, but I really wanted this thing, so there was a few other openers there. There was a couple Rainer 1/3 horsepowers and a tan case, kind of like the 270-7, but tan cased. There was a 1280R that was beat to crap. The case was messed up on it. I wasn't going to bother saving that. There's a couple 1260s, a 1245. There was one of these, a Craftsman belt drive. Just a basic single light Craftsman chain drive. There was a 3265, also was beat to crap. And I saw there was a rail for a Stanley screw drive. Unfortunately, the head was buried. Otherwise, I would have tried to get that as well. But that thing was buried under a couple full view sections, and yeah, I wasn't going to deal with that. So we'll run this down one more time, and that'll be it for this video. This piece is vibrating. Yeah, if it weren't for this vibrating, this would be a super quiet machine. So yeah, there you go. Genie Stealth and the Chamberlain screwdriver on the door. And the next video I will have a video of that Genie up. So, alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.